Tim, every time I go out to the farm, I have to admire how straight the rows of all the plants are out there. One thing I have noticed, and I kind of scratched my head about that, is you could probably get more plants per row if you put them together. Would that be a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, if you crowd them, it's going to limit their growth. That's why we space them out so they can grow and flourish.
It matters how close together or how far apart you keep your plants. And a big problem and a reason why a lot of people's gardens don't grow as well as they should is they have garden killer factor number 8 as their culprit, and that would be overcrowding.
Simply stated, plants need room to grow. When they're overcrowded, they compete for water, nutrients, and sunlight. All of those things reduce crop production. So here are some recommendations on how to prevent or to address the issue of overcrowding. Whether you get your plants as seedlings or in the form of seeds in seed packets, there'll be information that you can find that will give you height, spread, and spacing. Use those recommendations as a minimum so you can avoid overcrowding your crops. When your seedlings and plants become too dense, thin them out early by removing weaker or smaller plants. This gives the remaining plants room to grow and reduces competition. Another way to address the issue of overcrowding is consider growing your plants in raised beds, containers, or garden bags to help maintain better spacing, and you can prevent overcrowding much easier than in traditional in-the-ground garden rows. And yet another method is more holistic in nature, but it does address the issue of overcrowding, and that is crop rotation. For garden beds, rotate crops each season. That way you prevent the soil from becoming overly compacted or depleted of nutrients. A garden vegetable annual rotation schedule involves planting different vegetable families in different areas of your garden each year. This helps to improve the health of your garden and increases its yield, as well as addressing the issue of overcrowding. So here's a few ways to create a rotation schedule. First, identify plant families. Group vegetables into families based on their characteristics. For example, the cabbage family includes broccoli, cauliflower, and kale. Second, plan your rotation. Decide which families to plant in each area of your garden each year. And thirdly, consider the needs of each family. And here's some examples of that. Certain vegetables are considered heavy feeders, like corn, tomatoes, cucumbers, which need a lot of nitrogen. To rest, rotate patch soil the following year with plants that are light feeders, like carrots, potatoes, and onions. By ensuring that your plants have adequate space, access to sunlight, water, and nutrients, you'll help your garden thrive and produce healthier, more abundant crops.
Keep in mind that today's garden killer topic is very closely associated with one or maybe two other topics. So for the best possible overview on how to keep your garden safe all season long, be sure you watch all 10 of our videos. Hey, before you leave, be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay current with all of our Soil Channel videos. And again, on behalf of Tim Wallace Soil Mix Supply and the Soil Channel,
I'm Tim Wallace.
and I'm Joe. Thanks for watching. Now grow and make it a great day.
On the website, you're able to see all the different soil blends we have for the lawn, the garden, planting areas, and even golf courses. Also, you'll be able to see what component products we put into each mix, information about those products, and the ratios of every one of our mixes. Under About Us, be sure to check out our blog posts. Great information about caring for the lawn and the garden.